Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You really want to find something stable, not where you're wanting to shift around, you're sitting on your foot or your back hurts. You want to find something comfortable and stable, where you feel strong, but you're also not needing to shift and move during the meditation practice. You just want to find what works for you. You can sit in a chair, you can even lie down, anything works. We also keep our eyes open during this practice, contrary to what you see a lot of people closing their eyes. And of course, if you feel more comfortable closing your eyes during meditation, feel free to do so. No problem at all. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop your eyes gently down below you. We're not staring at anything in particular, but we're also not zoned out and buzzy. We just have a nice light, clear gaze directed softly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable seated position, and your eyes are open, directed down. Just settle here. Let go of the day, the to-do list, the problems, the goals, the worries. Just set all the things of the future aside. And allow yourself to be content to just be here now. And also leave alone those arguments you've had or debates, mistakes, successes, work, anything that you did in the past up to this point. Just let that go as well. And just give yourself the permission to leave alone the heavy burdens of both the past and the future. And just come into this moment, just as it is, for no reason at all. Not to become happier, not to quiet the mind, we're not here for any motive, for any reason. We're just remaining here because we are always here. That's all. So just be here and completely rest in this moment. And if you're normal, I'm probably catching you thinking, no. I interrupted this conversation you were having with yourself about something. Probably about the future or the past. And this distraction with thoughts, this preoccupation with thinking, is why we always feel unsatisfied. So this practice is simple. We leave thinking alone. We don't push it away or ignore it. We don't shut it off or try to change our thoughts. We just let them be. We let our thoughts come and go. It's like what Shunyo Suzuki said once. During meditation, we keep the front door and the back door of our minds completely open. We let thoughts come and go as they please. We just don't serve them any tea, because then they will want to stay. We don't serve them our attention, because then these thoughts will grow and distract us further from the present moment. So instead of following this next thought that pops into your head, bring your attention down to the lower belly, below the belly buttons and above the groin. Just notice this area here. Not focusing down here, not forcing our attention down here, just a light awareness of the lower belly. And we notice how when the breath comes in, this area gently expands. And as the breath leaves, this area relaxes all by itself. Instead of following this next thought, stay with this next breath. Watch it carefully. Leave thinking alone. Stay with breathing. Rising and falling. And chances are I'm catching you being distracted again by thought. Let the thought continue on. Let it keep chattering. Just gently return attention with a light awareness to breathing. And when you notice you're lost in thought again, simply return again. Rising and falling. Return to breathing. Lower belly. Come back. Come back to breathing. Rising and falling. And I may be catching you thinking again. Or maybe you weren't. But if you were thinking, instead of returning to the breath, can you return to the one that notices thoughts? To the one that hears this voice? In the same way you found the breath, with attention, see if you can find the one that hears thinking, or that perceives these words. Turn the attention back. What sits here? What is thinking? Can you find it in the same way you found the breath? Or is it not even there? What do you discover? If you don't understand, stay there. Keep this don't know mind. Just rest in it. Rest as it. And then you're already free. All right, you can look at the screen. You know, a lot of people start meditation because they think they're in some sort of prison of their mind. And it can feel that way. fact, most of my day, it does feel that way. Because, we have problems that need to be solved, tasks that need to be done, responsibilities that fall on our shoulders, and it becomes heavy. And then we think about it all day. And we wish we could stop thinking about it, but we can't. So we watch a movie, play video games, get high, drink. But these are temporary fixes. In fact, cause more problems later on. And a lot of people approach meditation as this kind of sawing away at the metal bars of the mind. But this practice is a discovery. It's a discovery that the door to this mind cage is always open. It was never closed. In fact, it's a realization that there is no cage and there's no one to be in it or affected by it. But because with the same exact illusion, when we're driving in a car and we see a mirage and we think that there's water on the road, and if we don't understand what a mirage is, we may believe that that's actually water. In fact, if we don't actually go up to the mirage, we feel that we will always believe that's just water. In the same way, you will always believe to be an individual self, an individual me that is pushed around by the universe, that has problems and worries and struggles that need to be solved, that needs to be happy. Until you approach this mirage, you will not see that it is not even there. And this is what the question is. What am I? What notices thinking? It's not a question to be answered in the usual way. It's a question to dissolve the questioner, as Sri Ramana Maharshi says. And dissolving the questioner is simply waking up from thinking, allowing thinking to do its thing, and just leaving it alone. What sees it? What hears the birds outside? What am I? What is the center we feel to be, this homunculus in the head? And if you don't understand, we stay there. Because the mind that doesn't know, that is simply aware, is you. In fact, it's not really you. It's not a thing. It's not a place. It's not a state. It's this. And knowing this is freeing the mind. It's freedom. Not knowing this is this mirage mind cage we feel to be. Most of us feel to be in. But this practice allows us to just step out of that cage at any time, or at least to see through its illusion, see through the mirage at any time. And we just punctuate our experience in our life with this realization. As 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day, as many times as possible. Then it becomes more clear and we can trust it. And really wake up. Waking up from the dream of being me. Thank you for showing up today. And thank you for showing up for your life. And as always and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.